Myself, Dr. Rajiv Chaudhary. We are going to discuss the topic project identification, and we were discussing on the last two lectures that if we are going to start a new project, then three aspects are to be considered. Number one is which industry to start, selection of the new idea, and then selection of the business opportunity, and third is assessment of feasibility project appraisal. So after the 2 points we have covered, now we are going to start third topic, feasibility project appraisal. During the process of project appraisal and feasibility study may be undertaken to establish the justification of the identified project in all of its relevant dimensions. Feasibility study is to initially identify the following aspects. Number one, technical soundness of the project, that whether this project is technically feasible and technically strong or not. Next is administrative feasibility of the project. It means whether there are some administrative difficulties in that project or not. Next is the economic and financial viability of the project proposal. Some projects looks very sound when you are presenting on paper, but in real practice there may be some economic and financial problems. So we will have to look in advance the economic and financial viability. Consideration of customs and traditions of the project, beneficiaries, issues of compatibility. So whether that project is suitable for particular kind of customers according to the traditions and customs of that area or not. The results of feasibility study influences decisions to commit resources to a given project. For this, what we will have to do? Market analysis. The market analysis requires a wide variety of information and appropriate forecasting methods. The kinds of information required are: number one, consumption trends in the past and the present consumption level. So we will have to see that how much requirement in the market is there and how much supply is there, and what are the consumption trends, and what was the past consumption trend and what is the present consumption level. Past and present supply position, whether the particular product is available in abundance or there is a shortage of the supply. Next is production possibilities and consideration. So what are the production possibilities we will have to consider? Next is imports and exports, that how much product is produced, how much it is exported, what is the requirement of the raw material, whether it is available domestically or we will have to import. So we will have to consider all the factors related to imports and exports. Cost structure, that what will be the cost of the product which we are going to launch, whether that is competitive to the already present product in the market. Customer behavior, whether the customer will be interested to purchase this kind of a new product or not, whether the customer is inclined towards a particular kind of brand or not. Then distribution channels and market policies in use, that how this distribution channels will be established, how we will supply the material, and what are the market policies that we will have to consider. Technical analysis. Analysis of the technical and engineering aspects of a project needs to be done continuously when a project is formulated. The preliminary tests and studies. So before launching a product, it may be a mobile, some preliminary tests and studies needs to be carried out so as to judge whether this product will be successful or not, whether the customer will like it or not. Availability of the raw material, power and other inputs. What raw materials are required, whether they are available in the domestic market, we will have to import it, or they are very easily available. And then what are the power requirements of the project, and what are the other inputs which are required to produce that new product. Then is scale of operation, that what will be the scale of the operation, production, that how much will be production, then what will be the production process, because all these things affect the cost of the product. Then equipment and machines, with which equipments and machines we are going to produce a particular product. So that will affect the cost of the product also. So after these analyses have been carried out, then financial analysis. The primary aim of financial analysis is to determine whether the project satisfies the investment criteria of generating acceptable level of profitability or not. So after considering all these points, we will have to see what is the expected profit and how much investment we are going to do, and whether it is giving us acceptable profit or not. The aspects which have to be looked into while conducting financial analysis, these are investment outlay and cost of the project. What will be the total cost of project, total investment, and then source of financing, that from which source we will arrange all this finance, whether that will be given by the company or share market or foreign investment or collaboration, we will have to see. Cost of capital, that how much capital requirement is there. Project profit, how much profit we are expecting from that project. Cash flow of the project, and then level of the risk. So all we will have to analyze in advance, that how much capital requirement is there, from where this capital will be arranged, and then how much will be profit, and what are the risk factors. Next is economic analysis. Economic analysis, also referred to as social benefit analysis, is concerned with judging a project from larger social point of view. Means direct economic benefits and cost of the project. That what will the total cost and what will be the total profit. So every businessman is interested in profit. So what are the direct economic benefits that must be considered in advance before identification of the project. Impact of project on the distribution of income in the society. How the society will be benefited. If suppose a product is launched and society feels that this is for their benefit, so that project is expected to be successful. It may be a mobile company, in telecom sector also this is happening, that impact of the project on the society is great. Next is ecological analysis. Ecological analysis should be done particularly for major projects which have significant ecological implications, like power plants and irrigation schemes, and environmental polluting industries. Means we will have to consider whether this industry is increasing pollution or not, because these days the pollution control norms are very stringent and government is also not allowing any industry which is increasing the pollution. And so if there is damage to the ecology, damage to the environment, that industry is not liable to survive for a long. So if any industry is not making any harm to the environment, that is that should be started. So with this we end the topic, project identification. Thank you.